Don't be stuck with just knowing and seeing. Don't be stuck. Not related to both relating and not relating. In this way, it will be beyond unwinding, discarding the unwinding naturally. This will be truly purifying. It will be truly purifying through the no traces. Knowing doesn't purify itself, but the background of knowing, not related to either relating and not relating, is there. Because knowing and seeing doesn't purify samsara or all things, but the background itself that is not related to either relating or not relating is doing the purification of the emptiness without traces, simultaneously with knowing and seeing. This will be knowing and seeing that doesn't grasp for itself automatically. If not related to either relating or not relating, the knower and the seer will not grasp for itself automatically. It will turn into the purification without traces, simultaneously with seeing and knowing, bypassing seeing and knowing. Therefore, not related to either relating or not relating has to be given fully and constantly, without hesitation, without doubt. No need to drop by anywhere. It's the same thing as not grasping for the non-grasping itself, actually. Neither is about grasping or non-grasping. Not grasping for grasping or non-grasping. Once you use the reminders, it will happen accordingly, because these are auto-purification of the reminders itself. Constantly, it will unlock it. Seeing and knowing, don't be stuck with it. It is the becoming, it is the suffering in itself. But the background of seeing and knowing, not related to either relating or not relating altogether, it is the purification without traces that is in an instant. There is no need to be concerned with practicing seeing and knowing at all. The practice itself is the act of the suffering totally. The practice is the act of the suffering within itself. Not related to either relating or not relating is even beyond unwinding, discarding the unwinding. It is purification of the emptiness without traces, without boundaries. This is beyond unwinding, discarding the unwinding. Let's continue with the conclusion that purifies itself. This will purify without traces only. This will not determine to use the mind. It will be beyond the mind. The mind is there. The knower and the seer is there. But there is no emphasis on it, no determination in it. Not grasping for either grasping or non-grasping instantly. Everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping already in its nature. Therefore, purify the non-grasping right away. Not grasping for either grasping and non-grasping with everything. Not grasping for either grasping or non-grasping. Not related to either relating or not relating. And proceed simultaneously with everything, with every particle of the physical world. Proceed simultaneously, not related to either relating or not relating, with the physical world and everything in this instant. Not grasping for either grasping and non-grasping is to be proceeded simultaneously with everything. Proceed simultaneously without limits. From not having, even the not having itself, go ahead without limits, instantly. Step back from the body and the mind and all things. Step back from the stepping back itself. Step back doesn't grasp for itself, because everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself. All the identification with things that is grasping, this is buried deeply. Grasping, that is overlaying seeing and knowing, that is the overlaying of the grasping. Everything is from not grasping for the non-grasping itself, but the overlaying of grasping is always there in samsara, turning into samsara of attachment and detachment on and on, trying to attach and detach on and on. Not grasping for the non-grasping itself with everything. Not grasping from the non-grasping itself with everything. Not grasping for either grasping or non-grasping. We need to move about to bless constantly so that it will be skillful for you. Listening without blessing, that is lacking. However, that gonna not help you to be skillful. You have to use the conclusion for samsara, not related to either relating or not relating, is to be used to make a conclusion for samsara constantly, for the blessing. If not, you're not going to be skillful in blessing. Use the conclusion to help facilitate with everything at all times. Not related to either relating or not relating has to be used at all times. Make a conclusion to help samsara constantly until automatically is not related to relating or not relating. Let it be automatic. Use it to facilitate samsara. You be skillful. In the end, whatever is not related to either relating or not relating greatly help through unwinding and releasing and liberation. Until it's not related to either relating or not relating automatically. With everything, with everything, with everything. You have to make a conclusion to facilitate, to help samsara all the time. And this will be the skill and fluence and the work result in itself in blessing. Let it be not related to either relating or not relating evenly with everything. Until there is no such thing as relating or not relating automatically. Until it's not related to relating or not relating automatically. You have to diligently make a conclusion to facilitate, to help samsara all the time and everything. until it's not grasping for grasping or non-grasping automatically. The mind doesn't grasp for itself. The state of mind doesn't grasp for itself automatically until it's not grasping for the non-grasping and grasping all by itself, until it's not related to either relating or not relating all by itself, beyond attachment and detachment right away, beyond attachment or non-attachment right away. Everything. This is the medium to help unwound from attachment or non-attachment. When you use it, it will be beyond attachment or detachment all by itself. Samsara will follow like that. This is just an ambassador, a medium. This not related to either relating or not relating. It's just a medium. It's the ambassador to dissolve the attachment and non-attachment. Actually, it doesn't exist. Relating or not relating doesn't exist, but it is assumed up to be an ambassador to dissolve the delusion to attach or not attach. Already said, Nibbana, there is no such thing as attachment or non-attachment, relating or not relating, having or not having. Therefore, each sentence is just an ambassador, a medium that reflects to purify all the delusion to attach or not attach, the delusion to liberate or not liberate, the delusion to grasp or not grasp. This just depending to assume up for blessing. Relating or not relating doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, huh? Relating and not relating doesn't exist. It's the answer to itself. There is no such thing as relating or not relating already in its nature. This terminology is just an ambassador, a medium to dissolve the delusion to attach or not attach, delusion to be to not be, to grasp or not grasp. When you use it constantly, it will end all about attachment or not attached. It will dissolve everything if you use it constantly. All the delusion to this and that, to attach or not attach, will be over automatically. All the delusion or not delusion will be over automatically if you use it constantly. Not having, even having or not having. Normally, there is no such thing as not having already. So use it more constantly. Auto-purification in terminologies themselves. All the delusion that is fixated will be dissolved. Opinions and meanings will be dissolved, will be purified. Until not having, even the not having itself is automatic. Until there is no such thing as having or not having, naturally. Not related to either relating or not relating is to be used to facilitate samsara constantly. Automatically, there will not be all about having or not having. Use it to make a conclusion to purify samsara constantly. All about relating or not relating. Let there be the auto-purification within not relating itself. Automatically, there will not be the idea of relating or not relating. This is to be used to facilitate ending for samsara. These are terminologies that don't exist, whether it is relating or not relating, because they don't exist. And when you use it constantly, automatically these ideas will be dissolved. Use it constantly. This will purify through the emptiness without traces. This is the auto-purification of the medium itself. You need to use these terminologies as a guidance. However, it is the auto-purification in itself. Constantly using it. Everything is not related to either relating or not relating. Continue to use it until there is no such thing as relating or not relating. Actually, it doesn't exist anyway. But use it in the way that purifying itself, purifying the existence. And once you use it as a reminder, samsara already unwind and discard the unwinding already. This is just a medium, listening in a way that is dissolving itself, ending itself. Listening in the way that is dissolving. Otherwise, Luang Por will not say it, because the words said dissolve themselves, and the audience also will end accordingly without traces, dissolving itself accordingly. Continue to use it, not related to either relating or not relating with everything. Relating or not relating will also not existing accordingly, automatically. Until eventually, using it or not, it will turn into purifying through the emptiness without traces at all times. But samsara still being obstructed with angles of opinions and meanings. Therefore, we need to use the reminders constantly. We need to use the terminologies constantly. If they are stuck with just relating or not relating, we have to dissolve it. If they stuck with just yes or no, we have to dissolve it. But whenever we bless, it doesn't matter. We can use it or not, it doesn't matter. However, whenever you use the terms that purify themselves, the mighty force of the purification with everything will be more than normal, because it is the power of the great compassion. Therefore, each term that has been reminded each time, it will stimulate the power of the great compassion each time. The unwinding and liberation will be much more than normal from everyone, and it's going further, more distance, because the power of sending is a lot. That's why it's going further distance than normal. Therefore, whenever you use the reminders of the auto-purification in itself, it is the power of the great compassion which increase the power of helping through releasing and liberation according to the great compassion. It continues to discard the limitations. Instead of being limited to this and that, it will go further than that. Whenever you use it, it will proceed further. This is the power of the limitlessness will be sent further and further. There is power in it. This is called the power of Samabat Sunyata, power of Taba Chanyan Sunyata. Each time that you use the reminder, it is like that. It has power of concentration, contemplation, of nothingness. This is not blessing normally. It's beyond normal. If it's normal, it's just staying in a place, not proceeding further. It still remains as nothing is there, but there is no power to send further in distance. Therefore, whenever you think of it, that's it. Not having, even the not having itself, that is already the purification without traces, in the way that is reaching further out, far and wide, turning into the purification of the emptiness in the way that is boundless, that is further than near or far. There will be more and more of limitations. Beyond narrowness or extensiveness, there is no limit, no limitations, boundless. Any sentence that has auto-purification, just use it, because it has the power of sending of the great compassion. The mighty force will be much more brightening. If your eyes can see, then you will see that brightness. The brightness that is more than normal when it's sending out like this. If you have third eyes opening, you see it. The normal blessing, it will be just normal. It's just like that, so. Just like the rocket that is sent into the space. If there is the power of energy that is powerful, then the distance that is sent will be further than normal. So it depends on the power that is sent. It's the power, it's the force.